Welcome back to the greatest YouTube channel of LS swapped turbogenesis coupes around. Today we've got exciting information going on as well. Sad boy, I'm very sad. My microphone died, so we're going with just the iPhone one. Anyways, today we got packages galore. We got packages on top of other packages. So let's go check these out. Oh ho ho, I bet you're really excited to see what's in this package. Oh, let's take a look together. That's right, another package. It tricked me too. So we're gonna open this one next. Now that we have a legit knife for opening boxes, unlike that little, I don't know, whatever you call that, we're gonna open some real boxes that actually have important parts that we need. We got this really cool part right here. Oh, if you look a little closer, bam, there it is. 3-bar map sensor for the engine. I'm gonna go chuck this in and we're gonna drive the car soon. Hey, ladies and gents, now that we got all that unboxing done and out of the way, we're gonna start working on the car. So first things first, like I said, math. So let's get it in. My Manifold had a cool little place where you could mount it on the very back. So I popped out the plug, I installed the sensor, it went real slick, torqued it up to spec, maybe even a little past, just to be safe. And that is complete. Next sensor, I also had the Manifold absolute temperature sensor to go in the intake. And it's kind of really weird because I don't really have much for an intake. I just have a silicone 90. You've seen it in past videos. I'll show a little picture right here where it looks like bam, bam, bam for video. So I just drilled a hole in the 90 and I put the temp sensor in there. My other option would have been in the air filter, but I don't think that was a good option because I'll be probably switching that out. It's going to be getting dirty with the kind of driving we're going to be doing and abuse this car is going to take. Very important, we did the battery holder install, tray as some would call it. So we got the tray cut up, sliced, didn't have to do that much to it, hauled it over, installed it into the car, it bolted right up. I just had to trim it a bit for clearance things with the exhaust and wiring. So but once that was in, bam bam, bolted up, and battery tray installed. I also, I also did the wastegate, so that was pretty cool. So as you can see right here, I popped off all the screws, bam. There's no spring inside because they send you a bunch and you gotta pick your spring. So I picked my spring for the boost I want. I think I went with the red 12 PSI spring. And yeah, so hopefully that's not too much. Hopefully my rods enjoy the 12 PSI and things go well, but you never know. Worst case scenario, I hit the junkyard and I get another junkyard engine. I took the wastegate, I rolled myself under the car and I installed it in place. Underneath the car here, just got the wastegate installed. She is looking mint. For now, here's a little close-up. It's just gonna pound the exhaust out into nowhere, but in the future, this is the exhaust. I'm just gonna hook it up. That was done. There was a little bit more left to do. So the fuel pressure regulator, I had a little shitter one from Amazon that was terrible. I think I paid $70 for like a full kit, and it leaked and it made minimum 80 PSI, and I think it might have screwed a set of injectors on my car. So I ripped that, I chucked it really far away, like as far away as I could physically throw it, so I never have to deal with that again. And I have a new one. It's like Aero something. I think it's a legit brand. It's not China special, so I think I paid good money for it too. So as you can see here, I just got that installed. Took the old one out, installed the new one in place. I had to obviously unhook the lines and hook up the new lines and made sure all the little rubber O-rings were torqued in space, which that's pretty important because if they're not, they leak, which I had that happening with the old one. But I think that's just because the old fuel regulator was just garbage junk. It belongs back in China. I should ship it back just so it's not even related to Canada or the USA or anything to do with this continent. And we did fuel injectors, so check these out. They were a real nightmare. I found the trick was to buy brand new O-rings. Lube them up with this really cool lube that's made for that, and it worked really good because before I was trying oil and other lubes and different O-rings and they were cracking and getting pinched. So really important, get the proper O-rings from the manufacturer or Amazon if they're legit, and use proper lube, because if you don't, you're playing in the danger zone. You're playing in the sea with the sharks and it's not gonna go well. I'll tell you that right here, right now. So anyways, we got the fuel injectors installed, clamped the rail on top, bolted it down in place, and things are looking good. The fuel lines are hooked up. Also did a coolant temp sensor install, just a regular, nothing special, so you can see here, bam bam, wiggle wiggle, it's there. And yeah, I was also, I tried to hook up the Hyundai temperature sensor to the car, but it just wasn't working because on the front, right of the engine, there's a little port for the coolant sensor, but also there's another one on the back left of the passenger head. So I was trying to utilize that, but just the way my manifolds are, it just is not gonna work. So I'm gonna not have a temperature gauge on the dash for now. I'll just have to rely on the Holley one. Put the alternator back in place because we had to take it kind of out to get at the temperature sensor. So that was a bit of a pain because everything is just tight and just rubbing real bad in the car. Well, no, not real bad, but it's, you know, it's making contact, which isn't ideal. But once that was done, we're getting pretty ready to start the car, getting pretty ready. So I put oil in it. I masterfully poured it over the turbo, reached around, and I didn't really spill any. As far as the video is concerned, I didn't spill a drop. No way I spilled any. And then I also put coolant in, because that's how close we are to starting this boy. So I did that, and yeah, once I did that, I was actually ready to start the car. I just got this sick ass hoodie from Sakura Streets something. But yeah, it's pretty sick. It's got some cool little logos on the side here. Got the yin yang, got a rising sun over a mountain, got a JDM rising sun, and drift, because you know, drift's cool. So I like these guys. They gave me a free hoodie and a free shirt, so check them out. Sakura Streets. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested. I had some issues with starting the car. So for instance, here's a little quick video of the startup. Yeah, you can see all the smoke, hey? You can see that? Because I could see it too. I thought it was just me for a second, but I asked some friends and they were like, nope, that's smoke, that's there. And then I got pretty sad. So I currently am trying to get that sorted out. The O2 wideband sensor is not giving me a proper reading. We're kind of not on the best terms right now. She says she's plugged in, I say she's not, and it's not looking too good. Holley is sending me a new one, so I'm gonna ditch this little sensor, ditch this gal and get a new one. It's hopefully not gonna give me any grief. So I'll be real happy once that gets here, and then we will start it again. Next time I post a video, it'll either be the car running for good or a video about me doing something with the drive shaft. Peace, bros and gals. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Have a great day, evening, night, morning, afternoon.